Hello, I hope you all are absolutely fine and having a great day. I am Bhavnani Hirsch, a third course medical student from Ternopil National Medical University, Ukraine. And that's definitely not gonna be one of the questions in the FMGE exam. Yeah, the biggest hurdle that every foreign graduate has to cross is FMGE. So, here I am today with one insightful doctor who has not only successfully cleared the examination in the very first attempt but had also managed to understand the basics of the examination pattern and the schedule and the syllabus. So let's invite Dr. Varsha to share her valuable experience and to have out and out knowledge about the FMGE exam.
Hello everyone, I am Dr. Varsha and I graduated from the Nobel National Medical University in the year 2021 and I also appeared for the FMGE exam which was conducted on December 2021 and I managed to pass it in the first attempt itself and I scored 161 in the exam. So I hope through this interview I am helpful for the students who are aspiring to crack this exam
Absolutely,
in near future.
thank you so much, and we are really blessed to have your guidance throughout the journey. And no, I can't wait any further to get the solutions of this such a big hyped exam. So let's just begin. Firstly, I will like to know what exactly FMG exam is. Apart from it's just a examination for foreign graduate student, but what are the phases or how the examination happens? Can you please explain in brief firstly about the exam?
Okay, so as we all know,
Yeah.
it's a screening exam and it's a licensing exam perhaps for all the graduates who pass out from abroad, and it's a must pass exam for everyone to be able to practice as a doctor in their countries. So this exam is conducted twice in a year, like in the June and in December, and there are 300 questions in this exam, and it's a multiple choice exam, and there is no negative marking in this exam, and the exam is divided into two parts. So we shall later discuss the details,
Oh,
but
okay,
for
absolutely.
briefing, like this
And
is it.
so is it what's the format of the examination? Has it been shifted to the CBT, the computer based thing, or it's still the pen paper MCQ thing? Oh,
No,
okay.
absolutely. It's a CBT now, and there are you have to go to the centers where there are the whole digital zone where the exam is conducted, and so it is very mandatory to get used to the computer based examination, because most of us are mostly used to the paper pen examination. So there are kind of demo tests available before the exam, which we can give so
Okay.
that we are accustomed to the mode of examination. um, but since in our university we are used to giving computer based exams, so I think that's not
Okay,
much
the
of an
and
issue for us.
in the MCQ, so what will be the pattern? Is it something divided in two parts, right? Can you please put more light on that?
Yeah. So the whole exam is divided into two parts, and it consists of 300 questions in total, which is like 150 and 150 in the other part. So you have a gap of a few hours, I think 1 or 2 hours gap in between the both sets, and you have 1 minute for each question. So it's like 150 minutes for the first part, 150 minutes for the second part.
Okay, see,
Yeah,
so
that's how it is.
it's basically 300 questions um, without negative marking. That's a sight of huge relief. And it happens in two parts on a simultaneous day with just an break of hour or two, right? Okay.
Yeah, and the first part is mostly contains non-clinical questions like from the non-clinical subjects, like the first to 3 years
Mm-hmm.
subjects. You have micro,
Yeah.
patho, and anatomy, and like all the non-clinical ones. Whereas the second part is mostly focused on the clinical subjects, and their questions are a bit lengthier, and they have like situations, and you have to go through the whole, like big framed questions. Like second
Okay.
part contains that.
Uh,
Yeah.
so continuing on that, is there anything like the blueprint or the syllabus with like the subject having more weightage of the questions coming, or like anything like that, that the subject like for example we count surgery, so maybe like from 115 10 15 questions, is it so in that examination as well?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
definitely. Like there is a blueprint for that. Like we can all Google it and find go on the official website even of the NBE, or you have multiple sites where you can search, and you will have a whole list where you can see the weightage of the questions according to the subjects. And there are subjects which are like very much weighted on, for example, surgery, internal medicine, micro, obs and gynae, like they constitute most of the questions. And currently ENT and ophthalmo are also in the run, and like yeah, and there are few subjects which are limited to just 5 or 6 marks, like
Mm-hmm.
derma, anesthesia, psychiatry. So definitely while preparing we need to have an idea of this and go along with this list
Okay,
for our
the and
preparation. Yeah.
I think it's like the examination twice in a year. But what's the time between?
uh,
Like
Sorry, time between,
what's
I
the
didn't
time
understand.
duration? Like when the exams exactly happens in which months?
June and December, yeah. Like so for us, when we graduate, it's already late for us to
Mm-hmm.
appear for the June examination, as we come back India by the end of June or probably July or end of July. So we are able to appear in December, yeah, the first
Oh,
attempt. So that's when I
perfectly.
appear.
And the you said something like demo. So there's something called demo examination, or like I didn't get the exact thing.
No, I mean it's just for practice. It's available on the
Mm-hmm.
official website of NBE, like that's nbe.edu.in. So before the examination, there are links available on that site, and we can practice those tests. Like that's for us to get an idea of the whole time management, or like it's just a mock test. Like it's for us, and that is not going to have
Mm-hmm.
that's not a blueprint of the exam, we can say. It's just for practice, so that we are accustomed to the computer based examination, and those who have not had enough experience of such examinations and platforms. So I think we can practice there,
Mm-hmm.
but we need to log in on the website first, and then we can
Okay,
avail that.
so
Yeah.
coming to that part, the it's is it something like we can have the experience from our NEET UG pattern for the registrations, or is it completely new, like the process of enrolling for the FMG examination?
Um, I mean, there are a few differences. For example, the most important document which we need to have for the FMG
Okay.
is the eligibility certificate, uh, which is must for all the FMGs. So we first need to apply for the eligibility certificate in the council. Like, so that's one thing which I think most of the students, when they take the admission abroad during that particular year, they apply for this like through the agents and stuff, like but we can also do it ourselves, like any duration of our course, all 6 years we can apply if we don't have it. And it's an online process nowadays. Earlier it was a bit lengthier process and took a long time for the certificate to come, but currently we can apply it 1 or 2 months
Mm-hmm.
before the exam also. But it's always safe to apply as early as possible, because if you do not have this eligibility certificate, you're not allowed to take your exam. So it's the most important document. And other than that, you have list of documents which are to be verified and applied for the form, like when you fill the form for the examination. So
Mm-hmm.
like that's almost the
Okay.
same as you do for the AIPMT, the verification and documents. And one important document also is the 11th mark
Oh,
sheet, which most of us like don't have it, like, because people think that 10th and 12th is only the most required, but the 11th mark sheet is also a mandatory
yeah,
one for the
that's
FMGE. Yeah.
really something new, and even honestly, I had no idea about this certificate and the mark sheet.
Yeah, because I myself have like faced such problems during all this process, so I thought it would be good to make a note of, because I was
Oh,
like I had almost lost the 11th mark sheet, so I had to go back to my school and like ask them to give it to me. So I mean that can be a lengthier process,
yeah,
if one doesn't
that's
have it.
true thing.
So
Okay, and so
we need to keep
like
in mind, yeah.
keeping that we have enrolled and everything is done. So which are the documents or the like what will be the last things that the stuff we need to carry for the examination day? Like,
Uh, for exam, we absolutely need
mm-hmm.
to not need to carry anything. Like
Okay.
we just have to have our admit cards, which will be
Mm-hmm.
given 1 week before the exam, and we can download it online. And other than that, we don't need to carry anything. Just one
Okay,
identity card
so
and the
that's
admit card.
better.
Yeah.
And coming to the rumors that have been like since last 6 months or a year, we can say the merger of FMGE and NEET PG and a common pathway that our body has termed that is next. So, do you have any clearance or any specific idea or the recent updates on that or anything that please you can like to share?
I mean, yeah, it's out there on the internet that the upcoming two exams, like two consequent FMGs, will be the FMGE exam, and after two sets,
Yeah.
like you will have the next. So it's just two upcoming attempts will be the FMG, and then later on it will be next. So I guess in 2023, people will be appearing for the next
Okay,
the first
and
time. Yeah.
one major like the most confusing thing is about the internship. So I would like to ask that because is it so that in terms of the 6 year course or anything like foreign graduates, so that part is not internship, right? Like from fourth year till sixth year, that's just a clinical rotation. We have to do internship mandatorily. Yes.
I don't know. Yeah, yeah. 1 year
Mm-hmm.
internship is mandatory in India. Like fourth to
Yeah.
sixth year, it's all the classroom program in the university. You're not having any clinical rotations. You're not having any internship. That's the
Okay.
whole uh, course medicine which you are doing there
Oh,
in
all right.
the
So,
UKE.
like,
Yeah.
it's still not confirmed from the MCI or the NBE that what will be the examination pattern for the foreign graduates in terms of next, right? Like the internship thing.
Yeah, like I think
Mm-hmm.
they have not put it out so clearly still, and we still have 1 year of time, and there will
Yeah.
be a lot of notifications popping up probably, so we all will know like
Okay,
how it's gonna
surely.
be. Yeah.
And a question like that shouldn't be specifically asked to you, doctor, because but it's just for the other aspirants. Is there any restriction on the number of attempts of the exam, like, or how it is based?
No, no, no. There is no limit as such for the aspirants. We
Mhm.
can appear for the FMG screening exam as much as possible. But since we all know that now we have just two
Mhm.
FMG exams upcoming up, and then later it will be next. So I don't know if there will be any such
Yeah.
rules regarding the next exam. But regarding the FMG, there
Okay. All
was
right.
no such limits. Yeah.
And the one of the most debatable questions now, that is like marrow or prep letter, or like any other offline coaching classes? Like, would you like to suggest anything on that, or like which platform you used, or which is like in your mind is better? Yeah.
See, I'm not promoting any platform as such. Like, it's
Mm-hmm.
for us to discover personally what suits us best, because, like, even I went on watching YouTube videos first, and then I found for myself that okay, so this will be better for me. So, because on YouTube there are videos available from all the
Mm-hmm.
online platforms. There are some free videos which are available on YouTube, so you can definitely go and watch and see if the faculty is suiting you, you're liking it or not. So I did this same, and I
Mm-hmm.
thought, like, for
Yeah.
me prep ladder worked, because like seen my seniors from our university. They had also used prep ladder, and they had successfully cleared the exam. So this was one definite reason that I was like little oriented towards prep ladder. And other than that, I saw some videos and the teachers were really nice. And when I bought the subscription and I started studying, I felt the same. And like, there were some subjects in which I thought that maybe I'm not able to connect with the faculty, so I also tried to watch some videos
Okay.
from an academy, like few subjects. And I did not buy the subscription as such, but there were some free videos from an academy on YouTube, so I went for that.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it's for us solely to discover, that what suits you best. Like, there is no hard and fast
Mm-hmm.
rule that you go for prep only or maro only. But prep is little convenient, as in it's very uh,
Yeah.
consolidated, and you have everything there, like you have the
Mm-hmm.
snapshots, you have the rapid revision, and like everything is right there, and it's very formulated how to prepare. You have a very good idea. Like, there are MCQs, there are mock tests. So I mean, it was good for like a beginner, so prep ladder
That's
was my
absolutely
choice.
fine.
Yeah.
I got the idea how we should pursue while just having a look at some of the sample videos first and then jumping onto the decision. That's a better way, right? Thank you. So, like, all in all, I guess we covered most of
Yeah.
the FAQs about the FMG exam. Lastly, I would like to request you, Dee, to please share your go-through plan, or the mistakes you think that one shouldn't definitely do. The things that people are supposed to do, that they will do, but anything that particular you will put to light on, keeping the examination point of view oriented.
Well, if I talk about mistakes, I think there will be a big list because I myself did a lot of mistakes, but I will
Please.
definitely like to point out some which are very important and which one should not do. Is The first and most important is to start late. I think
Yeah.
we should start as early as possible, because there are 19 subjects to cover, and the time which we get after going back to India and then preparing for this exam is very less for this 19 subjects, as we need to study like really properly, like go through all the videos and solve questions and then revise, and
Yeah.
multiple revisions are required. So the span of time which we have is really less. So it's good to start in the final year itself, or if possible,
Mm-hmm.
like an year before. In fact, even in the fifth course we can start it. And like, you just go through the videos and keep solving questions, and more the practice, of course it's going to be good. And one more mistake
Oh.
is completely leaving a subject. So we should not completely leave a subject, like, even though there are subjects which have less weightage, but we never
Yeah.
know, because it
Yes.
always shuffles. For example, even since last 2 years, we are seeing that they're laying
Mm-hmm.
more weightage on ENT or ophthalma, and earlier these subjects had very less weightage. So you never know, like, in the upcoming exam, which subject is going to have more weightage. Like, it can change, so it's better to be ready for the worst. And so we should at least solve the
Mm-hmm.
MCQs or the last year repeated questions, or in fact do the rapid revision for each subject. Yeah, we should not absolutely leave any subject. Yeah. and this was one of my mistakes too, because I left few subject because I was really running short of time. There was because I had almost left everything for the last 4 months, and when I was in Ukraine, I was very on and off with my videos. I should have been
Okay,
regular, I would say. So that's one thing which
okay, but
students can do. Yeah.
despite of this thing, everyone knows you clear the examination in the very first attempt. We are really heartily congratulating you for that, and we seriously thank you so much for sharing like the best of the experience and specifically clearing out some of the myths and putting the lights on the preparatory strategies for exam, and really thank you for your precious time. We all wish you a successful journey for the NEET PG examination, so that we can have you back, and we have that experience. We are like I'll be ready with the questions list, or for PG that's too far for me, but like yeah, we want to wish you all the very best for the new journey, and we'd love to have your guidance. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you. Thank
Thank you for reminding me that it's not end of the road and I have NEET PG coming up, so that I'm already preparing for it. So thank you for having me. It was really nice talking to you, and I hope my advices, like my informations, are useful
Yeah,
for the
absolutely.
people
Thank you, Dee.
watching the
Thank you.
video. Yeah.
So, thank you, Dee. I hope anyone watching this video have got at least some sort of clarity for the FMGE exam. Stay tuned for more such informational videos. Stay healthy and safe. Thank you.